Hey, what's up, Earth? It's me, Spaceman Matt, here to talk about the 5th episode of the 2nd season of Star Trek Discovery, The Saints of Imperfection. Here we find the conclusion of the mycelial, mycelial network, those fungus spores. The story arc concludes with this episode. So, starts out with them finding that Tilly has been apparently digested by that spore blob, but it actually transported her. It works kind of like the transporter, and it reconstituted her whole again in the mycelial network. And Steinmetz, I think, is able to detect that there's another pod like the one that consumed Tilly on the mycelial network universe, the spore drive universe, that has reconstituted her there. So May has brought her there to kill a monster, she tells Tilly. So of course the crew want to get her back. In the meantime, they encounter Spock's shuttle, or what they think is Spock's shuttle, but it's really somehow Philippa Georgiou in Section 31. She had Spock had gotten away from her, and she was pursuing him in the shuttle. I forget how that unfolded. We find Captain Pike knows the original Captain Georgiou, before she did died and did the old switcheroo with her Mirror Universe counterpart. And he also knows the other crew person, Leland, who had some history with Pike as well. So they encounter the Section 31 ship, and they're trying to exchange notes, and they're trying to work out an arrangement where they can help find Spock, I believe, if I recall correctly. In the meantime, the main story is trying to rescue Tilly from the mycelial, the spore drive network. So they managed to use the spore drive to cross over to the network. They kind of have to, for some reason, bring the whole ship over into it. And this jeopardizes the ship because the spores will attack and try to dissolve the ship, and they try to attack everything apparently that comes into that infects the network. So and I guess Tilly's there, because May wants her help. They're not really attacking her right away. So Steinmetz and Burnham cross over. They find Tilly, and they find that the monster that May wants them to help her get rid of is actually Hugh Culber, Steinmetz's husband. Somehow they do a lengthy exposition while the ship is in jeopardy on how he came there, and then they do a lengthy exposition for how they can get him out of there, because he can't cross over like they can back into real space, because I guess he's made up of that. He's reconstituted in that the spore drive network matter. So they devise a way. They figure that through the pods that Tilly came through, he can go through the pod and be reconstituted in our universe as normal matter again. So that's the happy ending. I just thought it was kind of silly that they had to do all this exposition. I mean, I understand they had to convince May to bring him through the pod network, but they had to do a lot of exposition while the ship was in jeopardy. So they kind of to build suspense, but it really kind of was kind of annoying. I mean, they could have waited till they got out and explained at least how Hugh got there to begin with. And it's kind of contrived, but there's a happy ending. overall, I mean, it was an okay episode. I'm glad that this the story arc looks like it's finished for now. Although Tilly and May made a pact to see each other again, so they may come back in the season. We don't know. And the Spore Drive is still online as far as I know, so I don't know if they're going to continue to use it, or there's some impact with the network and that they don't want them to use it, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. And even though Section 31 helped them out, I think there's some tension between them and the crew of the Discovery. Oh yeah, that's it. Let me also talk about there's a whole thing about Star Trek Discovery takes place in the Prime Universe, but the Prime Universe is not the canonical universe of the original series that ran from the original series through Enterprise. This is another alternate reality, like the Mirror Universe, but it takes place, within the Star Trek multiverse, let's say. But then again, all the fan films also take place in the multiverse, which they've kind of put the kibosh on. But I guess now you could say, well, the fan films are also alternate Star Treks, or alternate Star Trek universes, and they're kind of justified as much as Discovery is to be the same but different. But it seems like all those fan film universes, Robert Picardo seems to turn up in a lot of those. I always think that's funny to see him, and I've seen him in more than one. And there was like one Doctor Who fan film, I think, that he turned up in. So he's around quite a bit, Robert Picardo, which I always find quite amazing. But I guess when you're an actor, you got to take the whatever comes your way. Okay, that's all for this time. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye.